Hi all my YouTube friends, welcome back and welcome to the first January 2026 crochet journal. I'm Madeleine and you're in my channel He, and I hope you will enjoy the content. We haven't seen each other for a while, but I'll chat to you about that after we've seen all the projects. I hope you have your cup of coffee, your cup of tea, your beverage of choice. Sit back, relax, crochet, knit, or whatever craft you're busy with, and then let's get going. Let's start with what I've finished. You haven't seen it yet because it's something my little boy decided I need to do now. I have to stop everything. Stop what you're busy with, mommy, and I want this. What was he came to me and he told me, I was sitting on my chair busy with a project that I'll show you shortly, and he told me, Ma, put that down and you will now make me a balaclava. He knows that I made this little beanie. It's a 4-ply cotton beanie, very old actually, and it looks brilliant. It's been washed a lot, worn a lot, and it's one of his favorite beanies, the bee beanie. And he told me, no, now I have to make him the balaclava, and I have to make it in army colors. So I told him, okay, no problem. Well, it's not every day you ask me to make something specifically for you, so let me do it. I'm honored that you're asking me. Yes, let me do this. Let me just drop everything. And we went to the shop, and he chose the colors that was available, and we ended up with this. Ta-da! I'm not sure if it looks like Ninja Turtle or something for a criminal. But okay, yeah, he's very happy with this. He's already worn it a lot, and I made it slightly larger. I think this is a 9 circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I made it 9 circles. The increases. I increased for 9 circles, and this is elle's cotton 4-ply. And the color is brown and pear. I did it with a 2.5mm hook. Yeah, let me put it on so that you can see. I've got one complaint, but I think that's more with my lack of knowledge regarding balaclavas. But okay. Okay, excuse me. Let me put this on. Where is it? There is it. Okay. I made this a little bit larger than with his own eyes, because then I know, okay, it's going to fit him for a couple of years without this part being too small. And I didn't want to make this part too large, because then it's, yeah, my complaint is this part here. Do you see this? I'm not happy with this. I think if ever I should do something like this in the future, decreases. Is that what you do with balaclavas? I didn't check a pattern or anything. I just sat down and thought, oh, well, it's a balaclava is basically a beanie, and with peepholes. But yeah, so this part here stumped me a little, and it's slightly curling because it's just here. Yeah, he told me I did perfectly. Thank you, my boy. Okay, so there was another thing. After this was a success, he decided, okay, Mommy can take on some more projects, a couple of fingerless gloves, and he requested it in black. And I've never made, or I've made gloves before for my husband with cabling, and so he knows Mommy is capable of certain things, but I wanted to challenge myself a little bit. I've never knitted fingerless gloves. And so I thought, okay, his hands are small, you know, I can take on that challenge, and I did. There's one thing I did wrong, was with the ribbing. I didn't go a needle smaller. So the ribbing doesn't look bad, it's just flares very slightly at the top or at the bottom. Let me show you. Okay, so it's so dark. I don't know if you're even gonna see it. So here's the top part. I did like 5 of these boxes, or I don't know if it counts under cabling, but yeah, it's my attempt at some texture to the glove. And then the bottom is just normal knitting, and then just a 1x1 ribbing. Can you see there's a little bit of a flare? Hey, you see that I did make another pair in jeans blue for a friend. After I made this, he was like, no, you shall make me one a pair for my friend. And so I did. And I texted the mom, and the mom said, no, make it in blue. So the only blue I had in 4-ply was the jeans blue. And his pair, I did go 1 needle size down for the ribbing, or nearly a needle size down for the ribbing, and the glove is perfection. Okay, so there's no pattern. I did write down my recipe though. I made it in rectangles, and I started at the top. I didn't start at the ribbing. I started at the top, and I made the rectangle. I did the 5 bars, that like a bar that goes over across the hand, and then a bar for every finger. So it lays. I don't know. Can you see there's a bit of a. There you see it goes like chick, 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 chick. So it's quite nice. I can actually fit my hand in here. It's just the thumb that's a little bit small for me, but my hand actually fits in it. You see there. Now with him, it sits nicely over the fingers, just there. And you can see this bar slightly going over here, and then the rest of the bars are on the fingers. I'm thinking about making myself bear as well. Why not? Why not? But in any case, so I did 2 rectangles, the one mirroring the other, so that I can have a left and a right glove because of the texturing at the top. And where's I have the recipe here. I hope you can see this. I hope that you see there's my little squiggles. I made the rectangle, and then I stitch it at the sides 3 centimeters at the top, and I left open 3 centimeters for the thumb, and then the rest I just stitched up as is. I didn't even do fancy stitching or anything. I'm not there yet. I just stitched it. And the measurements, I decided on the measurements of his hand by just simply measuring this part and not this part, because I'm not closing his, this part is sticking out. So I measured here, and then I added a couple of stitches. I made a swatch. And then according to the swatch measurements and the hand measurements, I decided on 40 stitches. I cast it on 40 stitches with a 3.25 hook, and then 20 with the normal, 20 rows, 20 stitches was the normal knitted stitches, and 20 stitches was the 1 pull 3 knit, 1 pull 3 knit, 1 pull 3 knit. So that was 5 times 1 pull 3 knit, and it just worked out perfectly. And then I went down with the ribbing to a 2.5 millimeter needle, and then I did that for how many rows? 11 rows. So it depends if you want to work with the centimeters or with the rows. Yeah, here is my recipe if you want to try it out. And it was easy peasy. Nothing complicated. Okay, enough said about those. Next finished item, you remember these leggings. I made these leggings and this one was finished, but I still needed to do the cable. I'm very satisfied with the cable. It's I did a crochet I-cord. I didn't do the 4 stitches one. I just did the one with the 3 stitches, and I am super happy with it. It's not like, it doesn't feel like a thin string that's gonna be too tight around your baby. It just feels comfortable and strong. It feels very sturdy. I'm very happy with this, but these are back in the books. It's going to be redesigned. Okay, I think with some of the people that do a lot of their own designs, you know, as you're doing something, new thoughts keeps on rolling in. The more you do it, the more ideas you get. So I am going to undo all the seams and then I am going to apply these snaps or snap-ons or whatever, and here they are. I got it from Takealot on special. It's like, you know, your phone, it listens to you all the time. But in this case it helped me, because when I opened my Takealot, there they were on special. I'm very satisfied with the colors. I'm just gonna show you here. There's white, black, I don't know if it's like a soft lemony color, and a soft blue, and a soft pink, and a soft purple. There's a nice bright green, yellow, and then your basic blue and red, your navy blue, and yeah, nice dark red. And yeah, so I'll see, this will be used, and this will go back to the drawing board. Luckily for me, I do quite neat when I work the seams together. I work it very neatly. So all I have to do is undo where I work the tails in through itself to make it stuck. That's my only issue I'm gonna have. But with a keen eye and a very sharp pair of scissors and carefully selecting the correct yarn to cut, I will hopefully win this one. So yeah, I'm gonna undo the seam. The seam is basically the same way as I'm going to put in the snaps. It's all the way down, and then from the center all the way down. And yeah, this cord doesn't necessarily need to be at the front or at, yeah, you can either remove the cord, or you can make a bow at the front of the legging, or make a little bow at the back of the legging. Yeah, it all depends on you. But so yeah, these are not out yet because they are still on the designer board. And yeah, that's probably going to take a while until I figure out exactly how I'm going to do this. Maybe I'm going to add 1 or 2 rows extra just for the support of the pins and to make it easier, but it's already broad enough. So in any case, let's move on. I have here with me another pair of socks. Oh yeah, there's still the ribbing. I'm still at the ribbing, but it is not the same. I've changed my recipe. I am going to, yeah, here's my sock recipe. It's my little recipe book. And what I will be doing is my first cast on with my first pair of socks, it was 64. So I added stitches, and now it's going to be 72, and it's from the cuff down. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to have to add to the heel flap, because it was like it didn't fit well, but I think it will be sorted when I increase the width of my sock, and then automatically when I start with the heel flap, it's going to be broader, and I have to work up until a certain amount of, yeah, I think it will work out better. I am going to make it slightly longer at with the heel flap, but when I decrease, I know I'm talking slightly confusing because the information is here, but it comes out all skew. But in any case, when it comes to decreasing, I'm going to decrease it back to 64, because the front of my foot is quite, that works. The 64 stitches works for the toe part of my foot. That fits perfectly. It's basically just the ankle, the heel, and then that part of my bridge. And then, yeah, so I'm going to try that out as I get time in the evenings. And then I've also continued with the graph. Let me show the picture first. let me take this out. The witmalgas grafiek. Ta-da! Okay, I have done up until, here we are. So I did this entire corner, and I think I've got every color on the graph at the moment. The duck, black, white, ecru, I've got the grey, the school grey, and the silver all hanging in on baubles, and I've got a couple of baubles of the blue and a couple of baubles of the black, and yeah, there's a couple of yarn baubles hanging from the graph at the moment. If I can, yeah, I work best with the graph definitely at the table. It's not something I work comfortably. It's not that I don't. Sometimes I do. I work with the graph on my lap, but the best is when I'm on a table, and then I can just lift everything neatly, turn it, and plonk it down. Let me show you. Here's the graph. I just want to make sure, where's the front? This is the front. Okay. I'm going to keep the baubles at the back for now. So this is the piece I just showed you. There you go. And this is the back. Oh, this looks like a tangled mess, but it's not. It's not a tangled mess. It's just some of the ends I have not yet worked in. I want to do a follow-up video with the malgas, and then when I made a mark, I think I'm nearly there. Yes, I made a mark at row 70. When I get there, I will do like in-depth witmalgas update video, and then we can chat about that there. So I just wanted to show you some progress I've made. I am enjoying this. It takes me out of my thoughts and into my hands, and it relaxes me quite. Okay, next. You remember I told you my brother bought me the Persian towel blanket pattern? I started it. My husband bought me the cottons. Oh. So I'm not a noob when it comes to working with cottons, and I enjoy working with cottons. And while I was doing a Persian tile, let me show you, I've completed 5 tiles. I need to do 25. So there's still 20 tiles to go, but yeah, here they are. these are the colors we chose to fit with the bedroom. I know the white is going to be very striking, and then this is very cool, very calm, and then a little bit of I had to choose what I had in the catalogue, and it was either the white or the natural. And I didn't feel like if it was going to be the natural, then it was going to be too quiet. There needs to be a little bit of a noise in the blanket, and I think the white is just going to make enough noise to make the blanket pop a little. So yeah, this was the first 5. As you can see here, I did make changes because, you know, when you work with cotton, cotton is really soft after a while. Depending on the cotton, it's a natural fiber. So after a couple of washes, it becomes a little bit softer. Obviously, it doesn't become just softer and softer and softer and softer. No, it gets soft up until a point, and then it just stays that softness. But with all these trebles and cables and working into the cables, the cotton started to feel a little bit stringy for me, and it wasn't bringing out the best of the cotton. If I did this in a wool or in acrylic, it would have been fine, but because of the nature of the cotton, I made some tweaks. Why not? Because that's what I do. But yeah, the changes I made is I started to work in the 3rd loop, not the back loop, the third back loop. Let me show you. You see here, here's the 2 legs that you normally work into, but here at the back, there's one little, where's the needle? Oh, the hook. You see this guy here, I work into him. So there's the 2 legs, and here's the back loop. And when you do that, it pushes the stitches to the front. And now you see the color so much better. Look at the color here, and look at the color here. Better example, I've started doing the other 20, but by working in the back loop. Let me show you. Can you see the color difference? By just making that small change. I didn't change the pattern, I just changed I didn't put in more or less stitches or anything. I'm using the hook sizes recommended and everything. But only difference is I'm working in the back loop. Look at that color change. You see so much more color. I have, let me show you. Oh, the other thing is, there's a lot of stitch markers that you need to have if you're doing this project. So I'm not going to buy a gazillion stitch markers. I'm just using a piece of string. This is just some acrylic I had lying in my stash that I'm not going to be missing soon. And I worked it in as a crochet stitch, and then I worked it through, and now it's safely knotted, but I can easily remove it also if I want to. So yeah, these strings are my stitch markers. I already did 5, and those of you who have done these, you will notice I haven't done the final round yet, because I am going to join as I go. I'm not going to single crochet together or whip stitch it together or slip stitch it together. When I'm going to start assembling everything, then I am going to join as you go. I like it's very sturdy, a very strong join. It's my go-to nowadays. And yeah, here is the 20 other. It's a lot of tails. It's I thought this was going to challenge me, but it's the only challenge here is deciding whether, when and where I'm going to work in the tails. I did these tails after I finished the square, and it was horrible, horrible, horrible. These I'm finishing as I go. This is my back. Yeah, let me put it in front of my face. Yeah, this is the back, this is the front, and you cannot see the tails. I'm working it in nicely into the back bumps. And because it's, this is not a wool, this is a slippery yarn. Cotton, bamboo, they're all slippery yarn. So if you are going to just weave it in as normal, it will slip out after time. I know, because that's what happened to me. And now I've got cushions in my living room, and they all need to be redo. But anyways, I'm going to have to frog it all and use a smaller needle and do it all over again. But okay, enough of my wisdom of cotton. Let's go to the reuse, repurpose plastic bag mat. Okay, let me sit back a little and unroll this beauty. Let's see if I can find the stitch marker. Here it is, here it is. Ooh, look at this. Isn't this pretty? I'll take a photo from above and I'll put it in at the end of the video for you to check. Okay, so this is where we were previously, and I did most of the last, yeah, there was still a couple of red squares to do, and I finished that entire row, and I decided, okay, no, I'm done with this for now. See, this is very nice, very pretty. Oh, it's stunning, I love it. And so yeah, after the box round, I did another loop round with the blue, and then I worked half doubles, yes, half double crochets into the loop, and I started making corners. I am going to stop working and increasing in a circle, and I am going to start working the corners. It's still on the drawing board a little. I am, as you can see, I've made this corner, and I'm going to increase this bit by bit with every round. I'm still going to be working in the round, but every time the corner is going to get larger until this is either rectangular shape or a square shape. But even if it goes square, then I'm still going to stop at the sides and work it a bit up. I want a rectangular carpet. It must look like some kind of Persian design. All Persian now, yay! But okay, I'm very satisfied with this. This is nice and big. Look how pretty. With the blue and the red. And I'm still working with my 8mm needle. Yeah, hook, needle, but yeah, okay. Oh, where is my temperature blanket chart? Hold on a minute. There you go. I've got the chart here. I think we were somewhere here. I was so sure I made a little mark, but I didn't. Sorry. But anyways, there's a stitch marker on the blanket. We'll check there. And then I started, or maybe I was up here. No, anyways, so I started with the decrease rounds. Yay! sorry. If you'll check here, we were somewhere here the previous time, and now I'm about here. I took a big fat photo for you guys, so I'll also link it at the end of the video. And yeah, so I'm excited. So each day is back to 2 rows as we start to decrease, and the months are getting warmer again. Let me grab the blanket. Look at that. It looks like a jelly roll now. It doesn't look like a snack anymore, just like a big old jelly roll. Okay. Whoa. Let me grab this. Okay. Here it is, all rolled up. So one side, look, there's still the colder months, and now we are entering the warmer months. Where is it? The stitch marker. Yeah, it's in the middle. Of course it's in the middle. Oh, okay. Let me grab the middle and unroll. The stitch marker should be here somewhere. Is it? If it's not, here it is. Ah, okay, yeah. I've worked a lot more than I thought. There you go. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, I did a good couple of rows. No, I'm going from the wrong way. I'm deluding myself. Okay. Aha. Here's the stitch marker, and here's the stitch marker for the rows. I did these all the way here, and they are all decreases. I think, when did I start with the decreases? Yeah, this was the last. No, this couldn't be. Is it? Yes. This is the side. The top side, so you won't be seeing the corner. The corner is down here, but the picture will make much more sense. And yeah, look at this, a last cold front that came through, and then spring started. Beautiful. Here is the stitch marker. There it is. So this is what I did during the period of December and January, and I think, was it in November as well? Yeah, I haven't done a video for a while. Sorry you guys. Okay. So there you go. I'm just going to show this because to unroll this is quite a challenge. Yeah, not the unrolling, but to get everything back together again. Okay, let me put this colorful blanket there. Yeah, that was the blanket I've been busy with, and you will see that I also released a video of the new shelving we put up in the shop. I'll also link it down below. If you have any questions or advice or ideas about what I've been showing you in this journal, please, you are welcome to email me, or you can, even better, ask and comment in the comment section. And I'm trying to do the subtitles as well in the videos that I purely speak Afrikaans. I'm not really on Ravelry or Facebook or TikTok or Instagram. You will find me here on YouTube. This is my prowling grounds of choice. And yeah, let me apologize for taking so long to release another journal. I had some very rare leisure time with my husband and my child, and we just did family time. I had my 40th birthday at the end of November, so I spent that time with my parents. They came through specially for a couple of weeks, and I haven't seen them in over a year now. It was time that I just dedicated to them, and then it was the school holidays, and yeah, and I dedicated time with my husband and my child, and yeah, and before we knew it, school started, everything started again, and everything was just a blur and a rush. But yeah, I still did my thing. It just, yeah. I'm glad to be back. I've missed you guys. I've missed the What's op die rak and all those things. So I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. If they, like I previously said, if there's anything that you could advise me on, especially with these, this is very new to me. So I'm gonna do a couple of practice rounds before I actually attach it to the garments. I will be seeing you soon, if not in the shop, and then maybe on the WhatsApp group. Oh yeah, that's another place you can get me, the WhatsApp group. Those who are in South Africa and in Lambertsbaai, thank you for watching and supporting, by the way. I appreciate it a lot. And then I will be seeing you, if not in the next video, then I'll be seeing you in the shop. Bye.
Please feel free to click like if you enjoyed the content of this video or found it to be informative. Should you want to see more of my videos on YouTube, search Yikkeliefie and select subscribe. Remember to set your bell notification so you don't miss out on my latest content. You can share this video with friends or chat with me in the comments.